Hello everyone, it's me, Crafty Simmer, and today we are actually working on a little memorial ground for my dog Star. She passed away on Thursday through euthanasia. We found that she had cancer. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and make a little island tribute for her, and I also checked my star rating, which is still at 4 stars. Oh boy, this is hard. Anyways though, for me to get this started, I did need a little bit of help, so I turned to Facebook, and there's like a bunch of communities on Facebook for Animal Crossing in specific for trades and stuff. So I managed to get into contact with someone, and I headed right over to their island so that way we can do our little trade-off. And honestly, I am so beyond thankful for people that are just willing to help. In terms, like, cause I mean, like, there was this one DIY that I really wanted, which I didn't have though, in my DIY libraries, but they had it, so they were willing to give it to me, which I am just super duper thankful for. So anyways though, you guys see me coming in, flying into their island, and you guys will also see me getting out of the airport and trading off my Nook Mile tickets for the Zen style stone, which is what I wanted. And this is also the person too that gave me a link to kind of import my picture of me and Star into the game, which I am really happy with, and I think it looks really nice. So yeah, so anyways though, this is just us doing the trade-off. So like I gave them my Nook Mile tickets, and then they gave me a Zen style stone. I mean, I have the Western style, but I just like the I just kind of like the Zen style a little bit more than the Western style zone. And plus 2, Lucky already has like 4 of them, so I don't need a 5th one on my island. So we're gonna go ahead and head back, but before we actually start making the island, I'm actually going to be working on getting the picture imported into the game. As you can see here, I'm actually just kind of muffing around with the with this website. I'll leave it down in the description below. You guys want to do it yourselves. And I'm just trying to find something that I was happy with, but I really wanted myself to be in the picture as well. We went with like a monotone image, and yeah, so, and that is the QR code, so basically that's for me to use my phone and actually scan it so I can, you know, use it. And then we can actually begin working on the island. Alright, so here we are back at the island, and I am now actually starting to kind of find out the area by my museum. When it came to this, I kind of wanted it like a little spot that I've already somewhat had terraformed, just because, I'm not gonna lie, like, I decided that it was a really good idea to flatten my entire island. No, guys, that's an awful idea. Don't do it. That was a bad mistake on my part. And now here I am, working on trying to keep it somewhat looking pretty. So, anyway, so I work ahead and I start, you know, flying out the island that I already had, like, laid out, that I originally thought I was going to like. But then I changed my mind much later. Oh boy. And just, you know, putting up these waterfalls and just figured out kind of what I wanted to do with it, because it was very brutal. Well, that's really cute too. Anyways though, yeah, so I actually really kind of want to talk about the story. Well, kind of like how the whole euthanasia kind of happened, and kind of came to be, because Star has been, I mean, Star was having a lot of issues over the last 2 years. Like, she got lots of, you know, like, she was having a lot of infections. She had a major surgery back in April, and then when she was, and it's just been, and I mean, like, euthanasia has been kind of in our thoughts for like the last little while, because we're just not sure, because like we weren't sure how much longer she had with us, and I think it is actually really kind of important, especially, you know, when you have an animal that you know that you are likely going to outlive, is to have a death plan in place for them. And knowing, you know, kind of like what you want to do when the time comes, whether it be a euthanasia, a natural death, whatever. So anyways, but we're just going to more or less talk about like the actual process of what happened, and I might cry, and if that's hard for you guys, then you guys can just click away now, as I'm warning you. I mean, I'm an emotional person. I cry when people cry, so I just like, if you guys are like me and you know, show emotions that other people are displaying, then this is now your chance to click away. So anyways though, around 4:30 last night, well, Thursday night, because this is actually going up on Sunday, I get a text from my mom saying that they found a lump on her, that they found another lump on her, and she had a lump back in April on like her other side, and that was a benign lump. She had a hair follicle there that was infected, and it got really bad, so we had to, you know, go through like a big surgery with it. So, and at that point we really were not ready to say goodbye to her, and it was very, very quick and very fast of how fast that cyst became bad. So yeah, so anyways though, so then she had another lump on the other side of where her cyst was, of like where like her original cyst was, and so my mom took her in, and they were going to have a discussion about euthanasia, and then they did a biopsy on it, and my mom got and then my mom was told that it was cancer, and that they were pretty sure it was cancer. So that's when my mom was like, okay, this is it, this is time for her to go. So that's when she called me, and now keep in mind that she texted me. I'm just gonna pull up my phone here. That she texted me saying that they were going to discuss the euthanasia at 4:17 p.m. At around 5:05 is when I realized that she texted me telling me that that they were considering putting her down. So I'm like, Jesus, shit, where's her lump? And then she told me, and then at around, now I need to go to my call log, and then at around, let's see here, at around 5:45, so, you know, it's like not even about like, it's like roughly about 40 minutes after I found out that they were thinking about putting her down, my mom calls me and says that they were putting her down that night. So I asked my mom, because now my mom has been very, very strict about the COVID-19 restrictions because of my dad being such a high risk. So I mean I totally respect that, and I moved out like a month ago. I moved out a month ago, and so I asked her, it's like, is it okay for me to come to say goodbye? And she's like, yeah, I'll come pick you up. Give me about 15 minutes, I'm going to go get the boys. So my mom comes and picks me up. She has the boys in the car with her. We're all wearing masks because now we're no longer in the same cohorts. And then we go to the vet where my little sister is, and then we have our goodbyes and our crying outside in the parking lot, because they would allow more than 2 people into the euthanasia, I mean like into the vet. Now there was something in me that I felt like that I needed to see her be put down and watch her take her final breath. And so like I suggested, hey, so maybe instead of like, you know, only having 2 people go in there alone to you know, to watch this dog be put down, we'll set up a video call. So, you know, it's like we set up a video call through like Google Duo or like whatever it is on our Android phones, and my mom walks in with like my brother's phone because he had the fullest charge, and I had my phone, and me and my brother sat in the car while Star was being put down. My mom and my sister were in the vet office watching her be put down. So Anyways, though, so like, you know, they gave them like a few more minutes to say goodbye in the office, and then they took her away and gave her this like wrap around her arm. And my mom, you know, was looking through the paperwork, you know, signing off, giving consent or like whatever, as well as ordering the cremation and ordering the urn for her, because we decided to do a private because my mom decided to do a private cremation. She didn't feel it was right to put Star in with other dogs, so she decided to cremate Star by herself, so that way we get the ashes back in about like a week or so. And then after that, the vet came back in and they had the needle ready, and I think this was when it became really real, because up until that point she was Star, she was still Star, she was still so happy. And so my little sister, you know, had the camera on, and we were able to watch Star be euthanized, and we watched the doctor put in the medication. And that's really when we all really started to cry, was when we watched the medication go in, because that was it. That there was no going back from that point. Like, no matter what happened from there, like, Star was going to be dead. Star was going to be put to sleep. And my little brother, now, I don't think that this was really the best choice for him. I do feel like that it was a little rough for him to watch that. And I just felt like I needed to see it, because I wanted to know that Star wasn't going to suffer. And she didn't suffer. It was very quick. It was a very, very quick procedure. They just put the needle in. She had this big yawn, and she went to bed. And it was a very, very rough moment. I think very hard for all of us. And we take comfort in knowing that her death wasn't painful. And that she was okay. And that the pain wasn't gonna hurt her anymore. It was just like we know that putting her down was the best choice for her. I think the worst part was just saying goodbye and watching her go. And just watching her be Star, being so happy because she got to see all of her humans one more time. And then she was gone. And there really is no way to explain that feeling of watching her just be gone. Even though we knew that this day was coming at some point, we've known for at least 2 years that she was going to be put down at some point, because she was just getting so sick so often. There's just a bit of, I don't know, I guess a feeling of regret. Not regret, just pain, to be honest. But yeah, and I really do think that me watching her pass was something that I needed to do, for me at least, so that way I knew that once it was said and done, that she died comfortably instead of in pain. And now keep in mind that my experience with death hasn't been to the extent that some other people may have experienced death in their life. I have experienced death of friends, death of family members, and I mean, this death in particular was one that hit me really hard. And I think it's because of the fact that, at least when I was living with my parents, me and Star were very, very close. During this quarantine, I was able to take her out every day, and we had a walk every day. Whenever my mom went on business trips and stuff, she would often seek attention from me, and it's really hard there, guys. It is really hard to say goodbye to a pet. And if you guys go through this, whether it be in the near future, whether you're going through it right now and you're just not sure what's gonna happen with your loved animal, just know that what you're doing for them, that when they're in pain and it's just, I don't know exactly how to explain it or give you guys in a way to kind of, if you guys experience this yourselves, where you experience a loss. And this is my experience with loss of a beloved pet. And I hope you guys know that if you guys do eventually lose a pet yourselves, if you guys have lost a pet, just know it'll be okay. It was very hard for me to say goodbye to Star. And in the end, I'm glad that she was able to go peacefully and painlessly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye there, guys.